What is going on, sports fans? Welcome back to the Roger Report, where we bring you the hottest takes and the most electrifying updates from the world of sports. The news cycle never sleeps, and neither do we, bringing you the unmissable stories that are shaping the game right now. Get ready, because we've got a packed show with massive developments that you need to know about. First up, the New York Giants are already facing questions after a tough Week 1 loss to the Washington Commanders. And speaking of intense matchups, the New York Giants are already facing questions after a tough Week 1 loss to the Washington Commanders. But that's not all, because in the world of celebrity and sports, a surprising revelation about Ciara and Future's past is making waves, especially concerning their son and his connection to Russell Wilson. And speaking of intense matchups, the New York Giants are already facing questions after a tough Week 1 loss to the Washington Commanders. But that's not all, because in the world of celebrity and sports, a surprising revelation about Ciara and Future's past is making waves, especially concerning their son and his connection to Russell Wilson. We're also digging into what's next for Russell Wilson in New York, as reports surface about his potential starting role in Week 2. And speaking of intense matchups, the New York Giants are already facing questions after a tough Week 1 loss to the Washington Commanders. But that's not all, because in the world of celebrity and sports, a surprising revelation about Ciara and Future's past is making waves, especially concerning their son and his connection to Russell Wilson. We're also digging into what's next for Russell Wilson in New York, as reports surface about his potential starting role in Week 2. Stick around, hit that subscribe button, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a single update. Giants trenches trouble, Commanders dominate Week 1. The New York Giants kicked off their 2025 campaign with a stark reminder that some problems just don't go away. Hopes were high for improvement in the trenches, a critical area for any team looking to evolve. Yet, after their Week 1 clash against the Washington Commanders, it's painfully clear that the Giants have a monumental task ahead of them, with little visible progress on the offensive line. The Washington Commanders didn't just win, they decisively controlled the line of scrimmage, particularly on defense, securing a dominant 21-6 victory. This wasn't just a loss. It was a gut punch to Giants fans who had bought into the optimism surrounding a revamped offensive line. Quarterback Russell Wilson, in his Giants debut, found himself under constant duress, with the Commanders' defensive front making his life in the pocket a nightmare. Despite only recording 2 sacks, the pressure was relentless, leaving Wilson with minimal time to operate. Commanders star inside linebacker Bobby Wagner highlighted the defensive line's impact, stating, "The D-line did a great job. They were in the backfield, making it easy on us. It really was a testament to them on how much they were just in the backfield causing havoc." This offseason focus on beefing up the defensive line paid off handsomely for Washington, suffocating the Giants' offense and easing the burden on rookie QB Jaden Daniels. Daniels himself acknowledged the defense's crucial role, noting, "They made stops when they needed to, when we're stalling and I'm being sloppy on the offensive side of the ball, so kudos to them." While Brian Burns and the Giants' defensive line managed 3 sacks on Daniels, their pass rush didn't quite live up to the preseason hype. The Commanders' offense, despite some inconsistencies, managed the game effectively, a feat the Giants couldn't replicate. The absence of Andrew Thomas due to injury was felt, but the offensive line's performance was a disaster. Wilson finished with a meager 168 yards and no touchdowns, a stat line that speaks volumes about the protection issues. General Manager Joe Scone and head coach Brian Daboll must address these shortcomings immediately before their next matchup. Don't go anywhere, because the drama is just heating up. Next, we're diving into a surprising celebrity surname change that's got everyone talking about Ciara and Future's past. Ciara and Future split, the real reason and a son's new name. Russell Wilson is celebrated for his on-field prowess and off-field grace, but a recent development involving his wife Ciara's son has brought the singer's past relationship into the spotlight. Ciara's son with rapper Future Zahir Wilburn, has reportedly taken on the surname Wilson, sparking renewed curiosity about the messy breakup between Ciara and Future. The R&B superstar met Future, whose real name is Navadius Wilburn, in 2012, leading to an engagement in 2013 and the birth of their son, Future Zahir. However, just 3 months after the baby's arrival, Ciara called off the wedding and ended the relationship. Sources close to the couple at the time, as reported by Us Weekly, indicated that Future's infidelity with his stylist was the primary reason for the split. Ciara has been candid about the emotional toll of the breakup. On Jada Pinkett Smith's Red Table Talk, she described agonizing periods of crying, stating, "I'd have moments when I would be in the shower, I'd be crying. I had a few different settings, crying in the bedroom, crying in the shower. Crying because I'm not in the happiest place, and it hurts what I'm going through." She revealed that the birth of her son empowered her to leave an unhappy situation. Reflecting on her decision, Ciara drew strength from the memory of her father's unwavering love for her mother. "When I was thinking about my son, I know what I want to feel. I know the kind of love that I want for us. What I did was Future, Zahir, was like my teddy bear. So I was like, we gone go, we bout to do this thing together. I had to take a couple of times to figure it out, but my dad's love is what saved me in all my situations, because it would get to a point where I was like, my dad wouldn't do this to my mom." Future, however, offered a different perspective in an interview with HuffPost Live, claiming he was the one who ended the relationship because it wasn't working, and that cheating rumors were not the cause. He stated, "Everybody already had their speculation on what happened. A lot of people said, man, he cheated, but our relationship had nothing to do with cheating. We grew apart. When you're a man, you want to make decisions for your family, and sometimes the lady doesn't see what you see. I called it off way before any cheating rumors came out. The engagement was already off." Ciara and Russell Wilson married in 2016 and have since welcomed 3 children. Future Zahir remains an integral part of their family, with Russell embracing his role as a stepfather. The recent public acknowledgement of Future Zahir Wilson by Russell, instead of his biological surname, has reignited discussions about the past. But the story doesn't end there for Russell Wilson and the Giants. Coming up next, we're breaking down whether he'll even be under center for Week 2. Giants bench alert, Russell Wilson's starting job in jeopardy. Just 1 week into the season, and the New York Giants are already facing a potential quarterback controversy. Russell Wilson's highly anticipated debut has been met with intense scrutiny following a dismal Week 1 performance, leading to serious questions about his immediate future as the team's starter. Wilson quarterbacked the Giants to a disappointing 21-6 loss against the Washington Commanders. His stat line for the game, 17 completions on 37 attempts for 168 yards, with 0 touchdowns and 0 interceptions, did little to quell concerns. While the lack of interceptions is a minor positive, the overall offensive output was abysmal. Despite a decent showing last season in Pittsburgh, the 36-year-old Wilson appears to be a shadow of his former Seattle Seahawks self. The Giants had hoped he could adequately fill the role while rookie backup Jackson Dart developed, but now even his Week 2 start is uncertain. When asked about potentially starting the rookie next week, Giants head coach Brian Daboll remained noncommittal but acknowledged the need for evaluation. "We're going to get home and look at our game," Daboll stated. "We're talking about after every game. I've got confidence in Russ," he added, but quickly clarified, "We'll go back, evaluate the tape. This game isn't on Russell Wilson. It's not on Russell Wilson. Let me make that clear. I have confidence in Russ. We have to do a better job all the way around." Publicly, Wilson remains unfazed by the prospect of a rookie breathing down his neck. "No, I just focus on what we can control," Wilson said post-game. "I thought we competed our butts off Sunday. That was a physical game. I thought we left it all on the field. We gave it our all physically. You stand tall in the midst of that game, battling through it and trying to find a way to win. Like I said, they stopped us in the red zone. I think that was the name of this game. We had, I think, 8 or 9 possessions. 2 of them were down in the red zone. We didn't capitalize on those, so that's what we got to do." The Giants face a tough road game against their rivals, the Dallas Cowboys, in Week 2. With the Cowboys listed as favorites, the quarterback situation will be under an intense microscope. Whether Wilson can rebound or if the Giants will turn to Dart remains one of the biggest questions heading into the next matchup. And that's not the only major football news shaking things up. We've got a full breakdown of the Giants' Week 1 struggles, But what about the other side of that game? Commanders' defensive masterclass seals Giants' fate. The Washington Commanders secured a decisive 21-6 victory over the New York Giants in Week 1, largely thanks to a dominant defensive performance that suffocated the Giants' offense and showcased their offseason improvements. The Commanders' defensive line was the star of the show, consistently pressuring Giants quarterback Russell Wilson and disrupting any rhythm the offense tried to establish. This control at the line of scrimmage was a key factor in limiting New York to just 6 points. Commanders star inside linebacker Bobby Wagner lauded his defensive unit, emphasizing their impact. The D-line did a great job. They were in the backfield, making it easy on us. It really was a testament to them on how much they were just in the backfield causing havoc. This strong showing was the result of a concentrated effort by the Commanders to bolster their defensive line during the offseason, a strategy that paid dividends immediately. The relentless pressure not only affected Wilson, but also eased the burden on rookie quarterback Jayden Daniels. Daniels completed 19 of 30 passes for 233 yards and a touchdown, benefiting from his defense's ability to keep the Giants' offense off balance. While the Giants' defense, led by Brian Burns, managed 3 sacks against Daniels, they couldn't replicate the same disruptive force. Giants defensive coordinator Shane Bowen faced challenges containing rookie running back Jackery Krosky-Merritt, who contributed 82 yards and a touchdown on 10 carries. Despite offensive struggles, Washington's defense ensured the Giants couldn't capitalize. Yes, and that's kind of what we talked about going into the game. That's the real strength of their team, and I really think their defensive line is going to be an impactful one, said head coach Dan Quinn, acknowledging the Giants' defensive strengths while praising his own team's execution. The Commanders' ability to win the battle in the trenches was the defining narrative of their Week 1 victory. That's a wrap on our deep dives for today. We've covered the Giants' struggles, the Commanders' triumph, and some major celebrity news. Don't go anywhere, we've got a quick recap and your full call to action coming up next. And that's a wrap on today's electrifying updates. We saw the New York Giants struggle mightily in the trenches during their Week 1 loss to the Washington Commanders. We also dove into the surprising reasons behind Ciara and Future's breakup, amplified by their son taking Russell Wilson's surname. Plus, we broke down the uncertainty surrounding Russell Wilson's starting role for the Giants in Week 2 after that tough opener. Don't miss out on any of the action. Make sure you're subscribed to the Roger Report, hit that notification bell, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Follow us on all social media platforms for even more exclusive content. We'll see you in the next one.